Hello, friends. Good morning. This is GV Shukmar again, and today we are going to see about the benefits that warehouse management implementation will help your industry to streamline or optimize your warehouse process, inbound, outbound process, internal warehouse process, or cross docking, anything. So, just as a kind of recap, right? So, WM warehouse management systems proves and efficient steps in operating or operational process of distribution centers, right from receiving consignment to shipping and everything in between. So the important thing of WMS is far reaching. So not only it streamline operations, but it also reduces the overhead expenses, manages inventory accurately, and eliminates man-made errors, stores data for analytical usage, and the strengthen and it strengthens the customer relationship and eventually renders agility and resilience to the enterprise. In a day, the age of competitive market, so nowadays I'm telling, so where e-commerce has grown exponentially and the same day the delivery, just-in-time deliveries are being preferred by the customers. So the importance of warehousing is felt like never before. With the financial world with the financial world's gases having shifted prominently to the supply chain industry and logistics sectors have been considered an important tool or instrument in keeping the world running, even important unprecedented disruptions. Efficiently managed warehouses have been taken the center stage, and recently the warehouse management systems or WMS is as it is called as gained the impetus that duly deserved. Initially a software solution to optimize the operations of the larger distribution centers, WMS is now functional in the business of small and medium degrees, and WMS proves to the efficiency in all the operational process of distribution centers, right from receiving consignment to shipping and everything in between. So the important efficiency of WMS is far reaching. Not only does it streamline operations, but it also reduces overhead expenses and manages inventory accurately, eliminates man-made errors, stores data for the analytical usage, strengthens customer relationships, and eventually renders agility and resilience to the enterprise. With WMS, the warehousing becomes such a transparent process that every single stakeholder receives a real-time update of the location of their items, making tracking and tracing much easier job, right? So with a lot of I can say superfluous operations, nowadays operations have gotten written. Warehouse executives get a lot of time at the disposal to engage themselves in the other productive work, such as getting trained and upgrading themselves. And moreover, apart from the controlling the entire government of warehouse actions, WMS offers it uses a centralized interface which gives the ease of usage and cohesive perspective for all the complex operations going in tandem. So the WMS and inbound logistics, right? Inbound and outbound logistics. To understand the significance of warehousing in most of the basic level, we can say that warehouse seamlessly act as a medium of process through which raw materials are turned into the finished products and products are distributed across a grid. The stronger the warehouse is promptly is a process. Warehouse operations are primarily divided into two types: inbound logistics and outbound logistics. So the inbound logistics is a chain of operations that bring purchase material to the business. The very first step in inbound logistics is purchasing, then inventory management systems, which is an inessential features of WMS. So proves to be extremely beneficial in streamlining the process as soon as the inventory of warehouse reaches a certain level. So it notifies the partners so that stock out is avoided and replenishment takes place as soon as possible. Once a purchaser or purchase order is automatically issued and the consignments arrive, They are scanned with the help of advanced devices, and the entire range of data related to them is stored in a single location. Once a consignment arrives, the WMS directs the warehouse stuff to store them at a proper places through various putaways and sorting techniques. So this is not only helps in bringing accuracy and promptly to the operations, but also enhances the opportunity of optimum storage locations or utilizations. So the outbound logistics, on the other hand, comprises of process that bring finished goods to the consumers. So in this network of operations, maximum scope of mistakes are to be found in a picking process. So the WMS provides the warehouse stuff the most efficient pick path and picking guidelines, so that the correct product in its best quality reaches the end customers, while packing the goods at the label and the printer directly with the help of the information that has been stored by the RFID scanners, so that the minimum human invention or intervention is sought. Before using warehouse management systems, what are the benefits actually you can realize from the WMS implementations or usage, right? So apart from and along with all the ways that WMS facilitate the movement of freight within and without the warehouse, there are certain other ground breaking means which is established or which has established WMS and go to the application in the domain of modern logistics. So, what are the benefits you can realize after implementing WMS, right? So, the cloud based application nowadays and scalability, third point, reduced paperwork. So, because everything is automated, and fourth one is reduced cost of implementation of automations, and then transparency of operations because of automations, and then monitoring, efficient monitoring, and accuracy in inventory, and the seventh one, data collection, and eighth one, after doing everything you are finally getting customer satisfaction, and then ninth point, streamlining the labels, and then tenth point is effective bin management, and finally 11th point will be reduces issues related to the scanning. And based on these above factors or benefits, you can able to choose warehouse the particular warehouse management system or warehouse management software for your warehouse activities or operations. So now let's go one by one. So first one, actually we are going to talk about the cloud based applications. So the most of the warehouse for the cloud based warehouse management system that can be accessed anytime and from anywhere. Due to the ease of access and flexibility it offers, all the parties involved can be on the same page when it comes into the sharing. And second thing, scalability. So the warehouse management system frequently need upgrade to fit to the need of the labor. WMS providers, most of whom are external vendors, are always in touch with the market trends and take the matters of upkeeps in their hands, thereby freeing the warehouse of cumbersome jobs. And third one, reduced paperwork. So one very distressing aspect of traditional warehousing is a truckload of papers that go into the operations. So the huge barrage of paperwork not only creates confusion in the moment of haste, but also misplacement and misalignment or mismanagement leads to utter chaos and financial loss. Moreover, the rest of the world partaking in green, I can say, initiatives. So because we are going for the, actually rest paper and more of, electronic means actually which supports the green initiative, right? Actually, stop cutting trees and everything, right? And avoid the plastic waste, usages and everything. So that gives a paperwork and cause an hindrances by the warehouse. WMS is entirely digitalized operations, so thereby supporting the automation and greatly reduce the paper-based documentation. And third one, reduced cost. Uh, Say reduced cost in the sense WMS is particularly effectively in reducing the operational overhead cost by automating a great deal of operations. The labor cost can be consequently or conspicuously reduced. So I mean, the word actually I'm actually feeling, I mean, difficult. I can say consciously or conceptually reduced. Sorry, actually, I think it is a conceptually. I need to use the word conceptually, right? Conceptually, is not concept wise, right? Conceptually reduced. Furthermore, by streamlining the process, the errors that could have been induced by the human beings are curtailed, with a particular eye into the inventory management. Unwanted phenomena like fill rate, stock out, overstocking can be reduced, and unwanted movements between the between within the warehouse can be avoided. And by bringing the errors down and amplifying or increasing or intensifying the security, loss and cost can be put under check. And finally, transparency. So transparency, wherever transparency is there, then actually you will get a utmost actually satisfaction to the labor force as well as your management and your customer. So WMS provides its users and customers with a greater magnitude of transparency. All the actions that start with receipt of the items at the warehouse to the shipment for outbound distributions come under ambit of real-time visibility, with the precise locations and status of goods known to the warehouse top. Accurate informations can be preculated to the carriers, the bottom line distributors, and end customers. And accuracy in inventory. So inventory accuracy is major deal in warehousing. So without distribution centers proper knowledge of inventory, a lot of financial losses can occur. And the best way to keep a tab on the stock is auditing. So however, the annual inventory count can be tedious affairs that can result in temporary shutdowns. And with WMS at the hand of warehouse. So the regular cycle counts are possible that can only furnish accurate information, but also can be performed without causing a halt of business, right? Actually, without disturbing a business. So data collection. So having all the necessary information about the products, including the seller details and the inventory movements, warehouse can form an insightful perspective into the trends of the market and demands of the products. With the stipulated KPIs as objectives, operations can be measured against the metrics and conclusions can be drawn. With an automated and optimized workspace and analytical features, the details can be transformed into actionable data and that can be utilized in striking future business deals, right? And then now customer satisfaction. So, what is customer satisfaction, right? With better performance from the side of distribution centers rendered by an effective WMS, the product and services reach customer quicker and they are also notified of their goods status. Hence, companies that apply WMS are bounded to have a happy customers who have a better return value. And ninth one, streamlining labor. So WMS comes with a future that can facilitate actions like cross docking, and then furthermore by generating the most effective pick paths, and then WMS leverages resources optimally so that the workforce on the ground can achieve maximum targets through minimum effort and much operational time is not wasted. So task interleaving, right? So way picking, batch picking and other such novel operational methods which will gives amplified time and resources together for better results in productivity, reducing the errors and killing for the follow-up time. So streamlining the labels, right? So that is what they are calling cross-docking, and then batch picking, task interleaving, wave picking. All these operation methods will increase the time and resource utilization together for better results in terms of productivity, reducing errors and killing the follow-up time. And so effective bin management, this is one of the factors governing the warehouse management, so inventory management. WMS can prove to be extremely helpful in the process of storage of products, right? With the accurate knowledge of cubic capacity, slot locations, and future of product profiles, items can be stored in such a way that that expensive warehouse space can be utilized, optimized, okay, optimistically. And then finally, 11th point will be reduce issues related to scanning. So most of the warehouse management systems come with added feature of RFID scanning, while regular scanning systems have many limitations, and future of being a handheld device can waste a lot of operational times. And then radio frequency identification devices are worthwhile innovations that can furnish and store product, I can say, details, mitigating scope of errors, right? So all these factors which help you to choose a particular warehouse system, the warehouse management system. So while opting the best suited system for warehouse or software, one must keep in mind the need of enterprise and size of business. So thus proper homework in the form of paper reviews or peer reviews can be carried out. And WMS implementation can be an expensive process that can make customers flinch from restoring to it. And say though it gives a solid return on investment in a longer haul. Thus the warehouse executive must attend a lot of workshops and should make their staff undergo a lot of training before taking into the plunge. So the least the investment should not return out to be damp squib. Many times it is seen that the futures that are offered by the vendors meet the need of customers, but certain things need by them are not to be found in any of their solutions. So the warehouse owners must ask themselves if they would walk the path of developing an enterprise size, or what type of size, small scale, mid scale, or large scale, right? So on-premise systems or should be customized existing systems. So how they are planning to do. So important things actually the warehouse owner to right, question to be asked. So once warehouse owners are fixed on implementing WMS, I mean changing, making their minds. So they must zero in certain necessary questions that might be posed before WMS vendors. Okay, what are they? So first one is what is the cost of installation of WMS process, and then WMS system, and what are the equipment and added support that warehouse must extend further from their side. And third one, um, how is the system going to add value to the existing operation. And fourth one, how long will it take to get a visible return on investment. And then actually what are the cost and scopes of adapting the system for better scalability. And how can the vendor ensure data security, and how easy would the system be for all the warehouse employees for to use. And then questions related to the user license, when to get renewed and everything, right? And all these and more of the and more of the things must be asked, so that all the doubts and queries are suitably addressed, and no further confusion should play before or during the implementation. So the conclusion here is the digital overall in the recent past has changed the world as well as a supply chain for the goods and software solutions like warehouse management, SAP WM or EWM. So I have taken the operations of a few top-notch areas. So to keep up with the phase, the warehouse owner must resort to the transformative measures. Therefore, with all the critical questions and significant issues at the fore of the mind, the business firm should go all out in looking for the most suitable solution in accordance with the needs, and enjoy the fruity nature of the merit they are going to reap, the fruit what they reap, right? So I think actually the details what I have shared about the benefits of implementing warehouse management in your firm or a company, right? Actually might be it is very useful for you Thanks for watching my videos. This is GB Shivkumar signing off. Thanks, friends.